Going to get an update on Grayson as far as when he went out the game.
Yeah, we're monitoring him for a concussion. So we'll just see how he is in the morning.
And just another injury thing, I forgot to ask, what's going on with Bo? Why wasn't he able to go? Like he hurt himself in practice or something?
Yeah, he, I think banged knees in practice, and so he's just not able to go.
I know you guys go over turnovers and don't want to commit them, but this is the second straight game. It's been obviously an issue. Just what's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean it's been something that as a group we've talked about. There's probably lots of things, but it's an area where we got to improve, where we got to be better. And it's leading to a lot of baskets. It's making it hard on our defense. So it's kind of it's a double effect. Obviously, not getting shots on goal, and then really putting our defense in a tough spot. So we got to get better with the turnovers.
The other thing I had was obviously Kevin had the huge night, and so did Brad. What were you seeing with the other guys? You've talked before about other guys got to be aggressive off of those guys. What do you see with the rest of the group in that regard?
Yeah, I thought Tyus, overall was pretty aggressive, had a good night, and played through Kevin a lot. Brad's activity was good. 125 is probably somewhere close where you should win. I think we got to get better on defensively. We got to take care of the ball. That's going to help our defense. We gotta find a way to have less turnovers and better defense.
Coach, obviously the turnovers made it easy for the Pistons to get easier buckets, but when you look at the half-court defense, did it feel like guys were locked in and engaged on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we had some, again, a few mistakes, but give, Detroit credit. They do some things. They were moving, set screens. Beasley got some shots. Hardaway got some shots. It was good execution. Give Detroit credit. We had a few mental mistakes defensively that we got to clean up.
Then there was a timeout in the third quarter where you and Kevin Durant were conversing. He's talked about how in the heat of the moment, that's just guys trying to work together and push towards a common goal. Is that just another example of that?
Yeah, no, I mean, in games, there's things that happen, and he's the best. He's a pro. He's coachable. If you don't have a few of those, there's probably something wrong with your team. And so KD's the best. He wants to be coached, and I love being around him.
What can you say about Cade Cunningham, a young star coming up, and he's got a double-double today? What can you say about his evolution from when he started to now?
Yeah, no, he had a night tonight, and he hit the big shot that kind of finished us off, right at the end of the clock. He had some paint finishes. He's just, you can see him growing and evolving. Don't see him as much being in the West now, but, he had a good night. Their team had a good night.
Coach, just looking at Ty's stats, he shot nearly perfect, but only had a minimum of 2 assists. Is this part of what you're saying in the pregame, of that trying to get him to shoot more and be more aggressive, such how he basically was stepping up for Book's absence?
I mean, we still need him to be an assist guy too, so he's got to do a little bit of everything. So it's, I don't want to probably go too far and they're we don't need him to get guys looks. But again, our offense, the turnovers stand out to me, and we still scored 125. So we got to be better defensively. Tyus is taking what the game gives him. He's going to have high assist nights. He's going to have nights. The ball was in probably Kevin's hands more tonight. Just played directly through him. So it was, I think, more just an anomaly than the Tyus being aggressive message.
Mike, are the turnovers a product of coaching or just play on the floor?
I'm sure there's places where I got to do a better job, where we got to put them in better spots. Our spacing's got to be better. you know, I've got to be a part of the solution, you know. So coaching can always help, you know, so we'll look at it and we'll try and find ways where we can all be better.
Kevin, how frustrating was it to lose a game like that with turnovers after that was certainly a problem area you highlighted after the Indiana loss?
Yeah, I think we lost the game because of my turnovers, and you know I gotta be better. I keep saying that. I just gotta be better, and I will.
What do you think of the start defensively and just kind of even before the turnovers, how that sort of led to things maybe getting out of hand early?
Yeah, it's a tough way to start. They came out very aggressive, getting to the rim, knocking down threes. So we got to be better, but I can't compound a problem having 8 turnovers.
Kevin, defensively, do you feel as if it's more of at the point of attack or just like the rotations out of that?
I think they got downhill in the pick and roll a lot, and they made a scramble. And once they got 2 foot in the paint, now we swarming the paint. Now they kicking out. They made us work today. Gotta give them credit. They knocked down shots. They moved the ball well.
Kevin, on you guys making the run to get back in it, I think you guys got it down to 3, and then Malik hit a 3. How much were those just end of game threes that they had?
Yeah, they hit some tough ones all night. They felt comfortable all night. K hit that one tough one at the end of the clock, and Malik hit that end of the clock 3. Jaden Ivey was shooting some tough ones, deep ones behind the screen. I feel like they got a couple. Fontecchio got a couple late in the shot clock. They shot the ball extremely well tonight. You knew they was going to come out and play with more sense of urgency after getting beat at home against Utah last game, being the same exact first quarter they had against Utah. And you tell that was a point of emphasis for them going into this game. They shot the ball with confidence tonight.
The only other thing I had was, obviously, you know, you put up obviously the numbers, and then I know as a missus, you're like, okay, they're giving me attention, let me find somebody else. Is that part of what's leading to the turnovers? Is you thinking, okay, they're doubling?
I had 4 offensive fouls. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's part of it. I had 2 charges in the first quarter, then a couple bad screens, and then just misreads. They got their hand on the ball. I should have waited one more split second. I just think I got to be more patient. It's not like I'm thinking I got wrong intentions, or I don't know where the reads are coming from. It's the fact that I might have to slow down just a bit because teams are going to sell out and do all they can to try to get a steal. If they trapping me up there like that, I got to maybe dribble 1 or 2 more times and hold and see if they stay in the trap, and then string them out along and then throw it to my outlet, you know. So most of the time I turn the ball over is because I'm trying to play too fast when I see a trap, and I get so excited that we got numbers now, and then boom, they get their hand on something. And so I just got to slow down and relax just a little bit more. I'm turned up too much in that trap, so I got to be better. And like I said, if I would have had 2-3 turnovers, we probably won this game.
KD, that conversation you were having with Bud, similar to the one with Nurk in terms of working through things in the heat of the moment, how important is it to have that type of dialogue and to keep it in that moment in time to work through that?
Yeah, it's always great when your teammates and your coaches respect you and they know it's an intense, emotional game, and regardless of how it looks from the outside, we still can have those conversations. We know we got the microscope on us, so any little thing spat like that may be taken the wrong way, but Coach respects my perspective. I've been a part of this league for 18 years at the highest level, so if I say something, it's not just a talk back. It's something I really feel like I can benefit us on the floor. And then if I'm coachable too, so if whatever he says to me, I try to listen, take it in, and do better the next time. So, but when you look at it from the outside looking in, it may look a little, the chemistry may look off. But I just think that's part of great chemistry, actually, when you can have those conversations in the heat of the moment and move on.
Kevin, Kay just finished talking about how it's a blessing to go up against you every single time you guys had an opportunity to play against each other. Just wondering, what have you seen out of his growth over the last couple of years? Because he also mentioned that you guys, trained together in the past.
Yeah, that's my brother. I've got nothing but love for Kay. Been knowing him since he was in high school, and he's always been ahead of his time. He's just a wise beyond his years as a young player in this league, and could do it all. 6'7" point guard. I mean, is he averaging 10 assists this year? Close. And 20-plus points. I think it's this year to be an all-star and take off and go to that next level. It's always a joy to play against him because we compete, and he doesn't treat me like the old head and take it easy on me, or and vice versa. I don't try to take it easy on him. We just really enjoy the competition. So it's good when you play against one of your guys. You play a little bit harder when you play against people you know.
Kevin, I know it's a long season, but how do you prevent a loss like this and those frustrations from boiling over into the next set of games?
It's a holiday spirit right now. So you go home and enjoy your family, enjoy this time, and move on. It's basketball. We'll figure it out. We're pros, so we can dissect what goes on and move on pretty quickly. So I'm sure guys, think about it tonight, and then Christmas Eve tomorrow with their kids, their family, and just have a good time. So it's a good time of year to forget about a loss.
Kevin, what have you learned about how you guys can match the energy of some of these young teams that you've been facing now that you've faced a couple in a row?
I think we matching them. I feel like they shooting extremely well when they come in here now. Last two teams, they hit probably almost 43s on us. You know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes that's just you being better than us from the three-point line. You shooting it better than us. I think how many offensive rebounds they had 10 offensive rebounds. They didn't kill us from the offensive boards. You know what I'm saying? We turned the ball over 19 times. They had 13. Yeah, I just think that they knocking down shots, to be honest, and it's a make or miss league. I don't think teams are just dominating us from all aspects of the game.